So I have to think up something interesting to begin the episode to get everyone's attention. I know. G'day folks, it's Cortezerino, and today we are building the ugliest building of the entire castle. And I don't mean that I am going to be intentionally building an ugly building. Well, that is kind of what I mean, but I'm going to try and build it as pretty as possible. But I am basing this castle on a real-life castle, and we have finally reached the time where I need to do the building, which is the one I've been putting off. No offense to the architect, who would be long dead by now, but yeah, it is not pretty. So in the spirit of putting things off, I am going to leave that for a little bit. We'll do it later. First, I want to show you something I've been doing in the base. Now, this brings us to a question. Why do I call my single-player series Dystopia? Now, those of you who have watched from the beginning of the series will know why. But basically, the lore of my world is that it is post-apocalyptic, and all the peoples who have survived in a bomb shelter, and now that the world is inhabitable again, they have emerged to repopulate the earth. And that's why I can build different themes, like I'm building Austrian here and building Japanese in another area. So all the different peoples just went off into the world to re-inhabit the place. Now, the idea for my base was to be the bomb shelter, and as you can see, I haven't really designed this like a bomb shelter, so I thought we would get back to that. So I've done a little bit of digging on this level, and yes, we are getting back to this theme. So I guess you'd say that all the work I've done in the base above is a recent addition, and then down below here is the original bomb shelter. And by digging out this huge thing, like I based this, in the castle, that archway I really like. This is that same shape, the archway. I liked it so much, I brought it to the base. So yeah, this is the original 2 entrances to the bomb shelter. One on that side of the mountain, one on this side, and vehicles could drive in. And then I'll just keep digging down, and we can do the rest. But I thought this looked so cool and impressive, and I really like where these areas emerge. So let's I will need a shovel. So on this side, and let's hope there's no beasties around. Yeah, we emerge right at ground level. We're down here, we're near our little village. Not so impressive down here, but the other side is super cool. Let's just plug up that gap and run down here. It is certainly a long walk, even with the haste beacon, but I've got plenty of room to do little passages off to the sides. So what do we got down here? Oh gosh, I still had a fair way to dig. We've got this other side of the mountain where I haven't really explored too much. Look at this, we've got some ruins out here. This is pretty cool. But yes, this opens up into a nice little lake. So if I decide to, we can do a lot more building out here. Austria's landlocked, so they don't really have any ports. So yeah, I don't know what I would build out here, to tell you the truth. But what I need to do, and what I'll probably do this episode, is to create some nice entrances to the bomb shelter. They're going to be sort of hidden away. I don't want them too obvious. Whoops, fallen down. But yeah, we also need them looking pretty cool. But once again, we are not doing that straight away. We're going to put that off because there is one other thing I want to take care of. And that thing is out here in my nether tunnels. You see, I've gone to all this effort to give myself fast travel. We've got the packed ice underneath these trapdoors so I can shoot along a lot quicker. And then down here we've got the packed ice again. Same thing, but we've got a roof above us so I can do the little baby jumps and go super quick. But I went to all that effort and I didn't even do the most simple thing that would give me speed. We need to put a beacon in here. Now, I have never done a beacon in the Nether before, but I've played on plenty of servers where we've had them set up, so I imagine that it will pass through the Nether ceiling, and all I have to do is is break all the netherrack that will be obstructing the beam. So first thing is first, which will take me a little while. See, this is a big rectangle, this sort of nether hub here. It's a big rectangle of tunnels. I need to find round about the center, dig in through one of those walls, and we will set up a beacon. Okay guys, the beacon is in, but I had a moment of panic. I set this up and it didn't work. And I'd done everything right. I dug all the way up to the bedrock here, but it didn't take me too long to figure out there was another piece of netherrack just sitting above that bit of bedrock. So yeah, problem sorted. And it is so much faster in here now. Look at this. Oh, I can't believe I didn't think of this earlier. And I've sort of done the doors as well, guys. I haven't done them properly. I haven't decorated the place or anything like that, but I've put the redstone in. So for this one, we've just got a 3x3 door. This is a design by K1 Inc. that I've used before in a Guardian farm, but I changed it a bit. He had buttons on each side, and when you press a button, it opens up, and after a short delay, it closes again. But one of my friends on the server found if you're standing in the door when it closes, you get stuck in the redstone up the top. So I've just put it button press to open and button press to close. So that's pretty cool. This is the main entrance where all the vehicles would come in, but I've also done the one down there. Gosh, that's a long walk. Okay, once again, I haven't decorated this thing at all. I've just put the redstone in, and for this one, this is like the back secret entrance, and this is just a hipster door. So we've just got 2 blocks that disappear like that. And have we got any beasties waiting for me? No, we haven't. So I couldn't really do a big redstoney door here just because of the location this is in, this bit of land sticking out, and I didn't want to tear it down and terraform the whole area. So this is all we've got, just tiny little door. And once again, I probably won't decorate this one. I'll probably just try and hide it a little bit. But it is time for the ugly building, guys, and we are going to be building that one just at the end of this little path here where the archway is. So this archway will actually open up in the building. We've got 2 walls here. We've got that door up there. It's going to lead to a little walkway over to our ugly building, and it also connects to this wall over here. And because it's got such great access to the castle wall and into all the dining rooms in there, I thought we might as well put the barracks in here. I do need somewhere for all the soldiers to sleep. We need more bedrooms in the castle. And I figured most of the servants could actually live in the village right over there, but the soldiers will need to live on base. So I think the 1st and 2nd floor I will do all for soldiers. So just a big barracks, bunch of bunk beds for the regular soldiers, and the officers can sleep upstairs. But why is this an ugly building? Well, let me see if I can pull up some photos. It's hard to actually get good photos of this building. It's sort of hidden away up the back, but at the front, it's got a weird triangular shape that kind of doesn't really fit in with the rest of the castle. But around the back, it is no longer a triangular building. It's all rounded, and it's a dome, and it's just really odd looking. And it doesn't help that I have to be building this thing on a diagonal, which always makes the buildings look a little bit uglier. But anyway, let's get started.
The night has come, it's cold and losing my control. Your light is gone, and lonely darkness fill my soul. I wish that you could save me from my isolation. It's way too complicated. Let's stop this conversation. Stop this conversation. We got no relation. I have come, it's more losing my control. The light is gone, the light is come, it's crazy. The light is gone. could save me from my isolation. My eyes too complicated. Stop these conversations. It's cold and losing my control. Your light is gone, and lonely darkness fill my soul. I wish that you could save me from my isolation. It's way too complicated. Let's stop this conversation. Let's stop this conversation. We got no relation. No relation. We got no relation. No relation. It's crazy.
You know, this used to be my favourite view of the castle from here at World Spawn, just seeing that rise up in the fog. Sure enough, this ugly building is right in the middle of the view now. Maybe I'll just build a big tree or something to block it, but I don't know, like that is what it looks like in real life. This is why I was sort of dreading building it, but I think if I just deviate from the original design a tiny bit, like add a few spires to the roof, maybe a little bit of decoration on the wall there, and then I can probably fix that up. And now on a completely different topic, I have changed my mind with my tunnel down here. Well, not with this bit. I've just decorated this. I thought I'd show you. I quite like the look of it as we emerge here, but let's turn around. That's what I mean. I didn't want to have a great big modern looking tunnel entrance here because we're so close to my little village. It wouldn't really fit in. And if it's a nuclear bunker, it would be overgrown. Like this river might not have even been here when they originally went in. Or if it was, any bridge that was here is long since gone. But anyway, that is that side. It is the other side where I've changed my mind. So that little hipster door just really was not doing it for me, so I've just done the exact same thing up this end, and I've terraformed that a bit, and we have fancied up the entrance once again, very overgrown. Hopefully that you would not even notice it on the flyby. But let's close the door first, and then head to the castle. Okay, so the first thing you'll probably notice here is that door up there that leads to nowhere, because this building, much like all of the others, is going to connect to other buildings. So I've got these big plain walls that look super boring. Don't worry, they are going to be covered up. Same thing with this big wall over here that has nothing there. That's going to attach to something else, and you can see another little door up there too. But here is the grand entrance. So I've tried to make these trapdoors look like doors that will swing in. I'll probably need to add a second line of trapdoors there just to make the door a little bit longer. Not sure, but let's go in here first. So you probably saw it in the time lapse. We've got the barracks, so now we've got room for plenty of soldiers to sleep in here. And I've just dotted a bunch of chests around for them to put in all their stuff. And then in here I thought, well, we haven't got a laundry yet, and wouldn't it be a good idea to put it next to the barracks so when all the stinky, smelly soldiers come in, they can just throw all their gear in here and the servants will clean it up. A few shelves for linen over there. I love this thing, by the way. I invented it ages ago as a grape press. So we've just got the armour stand in there and a sign. So I've originally had it in a wine cellar, so you put your grapes in there and you turn the handle and it squeezes all the juice out. But I thought it also looks pretty good in a laundry. Put your clothes in there, spin that around. I don't know how it works, but that's for cleaning clothes. And what's up this end? A little bell to get the soldiers out of bed. And then we open up into the big kill box courtyard in here. And that reminds me of something up on that level. Let's head up there. So we've just got a little staircase in the side here, and we can come up to the next floor. Now the bit about the kill box, see, I've just got a little passage in here, and then we head out onto the castle wall. So the idea is, if any, with the kill box, if any enemy soldiers ever break through the gates, then all the soldiers up here on the wall can turn around and fire arrows down at them. But I thought, if they manage to get up onto the wall, I probably should have a reinforced door right here to help protect this part of the building. So I think I will probably put that in later. But anyway, up here we've got another hallway. And I don't know if you watched the episode where I said that this castle actually featured in the 3rd episode of The Witcher. And I actually got to see some of the interior of the castle. And there was one scene where Henry Cavill's walking down this hallway, and on the side of the hallway was just a line of arches. And I thought, well, I've got to try and do that somewhere in the building. So that's what I've got here. Up here's the door that leads to nowhere. It'll eventually go out to more castle wall. But we've just got a bunch of bedrooms, and I was scratching my head and trying to think up lots and lots of different designs for bedrooms. They will be pretty similar because I had so many to do. Did I miss a bit? No, I thought I'd missed a block there. And every room as well, I've tried to have a window in there because you don't really want to be in a bedroom without a window, although I think there is one in here that doesn't have a window. This is a very small room. But so this floor would be for the officers. So all the working men are down there, and then all the ranking officials will live up this end. We've got another staircase going up there. And then this hallway over here, there's the other door that leads to nowhere. But this hallway in here leads off into our other building. So just down the stairs there, we've got the kitchen. So it made sense, I've got a lot of bedrooms for officers in here. We better have a lot of bedrooms for servants as well, because a lot of them will live in the village, but there will have to be some of them sleeping here if the king wants a midnight snack or something like that. So we come up here. I think this is the first staircase I've done where it's only 1 block wide, because the servants don't need anything fancy. So what have we got in here? This is the only bedroom without a window. I could probably put a window in that. We might do that later. So we've got 5 bedrooms on this level. This is a lot nicer. This person has a good view. And oh, look, it is nap time. There's no door on the bottom level of this building, so I'm glad I noticed it was night. Otherwise, we could go down to the bottom floor, and I would get creepified. So another bedroom here. It's getting a little bit tricky to do the interiors because the roof is starting to encroach on all of our rooms here. But I think I got away with it pretty well. What have we got in here? This is supposed to be like a bench to sit down on, although it does look a lot like a bed. Maybe I should have used a brown bed there. We might change that a bit later. Oh gosh, how many more lighting solutions in here was pretty easy too. I did a new trick that I haven't done in any of the other buildings. In all the other ones, the floor of one level is the ceiling of the next one. But what I've done in this building is all the gap between the floor and the ceiling is about 3 blocks, and that way I'm able to hide lighting in the floor like that. So I think I have that in a few of these rooms, maybe not that one. I've got lighting under the carpet in that one. Yeah, here. See, I've got jack-o'-lanterns down there with the trapdoors above it, so that's how we are getting lots and lots of light here, and no beasties spawning. Yeah, not much in that room. Final one. Yep, this one's pretty tiny too. And by this stage, I am absolutely tired of building bedrooms, so we've just put in an attic, and the roof is coming together here, so it's a little bit tricky to make it look realistic, but I think I've done it. So we've just got a bunch of crates and barrels scattered around. All my lighting for this is hidden in the walls like that, so all the way around the outside of the room we've got plenty of light, and then I was able to finish it up with just a few lanterns. And then right up the top here, it's next to nothing. Maybe if the roof starts leaking, someone can come up here and fix it. So that is it, guys, and I know I breezed through that very, very quickly, but the good thing is, on this episode, I will be providing a world download, so just look in the video description, and you can get that, and everything I've built here is all here for you to enjoy, so you can have a wander around and check out the place, and maybe suggest something for this ugly building. So that's it from me for today, guys. We are getting very, very close to finishing up this castle. I think this building here was the last major one that I have to build. And after that, it is all castle walls, pretty much. Oh, there's little stables I've got to do over there. And actually, there is a fair bit to go. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'm Cortezerino. I'll see you later.